No way. I'm so upset.
So, I'm back. But this time, I'm here with a good friend of mine. And I asked him to film me opening the S1 II from the box, changing all the settings, taking it outside, recording, and seeing if it overheats all in one take. I bought the S1R II previously, and it just wasn't for me. It overheated really like super fast. I did a test in here where I took it in my backyard, and it overheated outside within 3 minutes. Or I think the overheating sign showed up within 3 minutes, and it overheated in 5. And it overheated indoors at the 30-minute mark. The video definitely reached the right people, reached a lot of the content creators and all these things, because I might have said some things that offended them or whatever. But this time, I'm going to just do one long take, no edits, nothing, see if it overheats. If it does overheat, most likely before the battery dies, then I'm definitely keeping the box this time, and we'll send it back without paying the restocking fee, because I didn't have the box last time. So, yeah, am I missing anything? Okay, yeah, let's just open it up and get started, I guess. I don't know. Might have to blur out.
I'm not sure.
Okay, the address. I'll try to do this though as fast as possible. Yeah. Okay. Try to save some time, but I think for when we actually go outside and start the filming process, then I think I'll do like a time lapse or something. So, okay. I'm not even going to use the OEM battery. I have one here, OEM battery, exactly the same battery. I have an S9 and an S5, is it? Excuse me, S5. Uses the same battery. So I already have one fully charged, OEM, so we're ready to go there. So if someone says, you didn't use a fully charged battery or whatever. So I'm already used to the camera. Everyone has one around me. Jesse, the guy filming, has his here. I brought it out because I just needed to go through the settings to check the thermal management settings. But yeah, let's try to do this as quick as possible. I mean, I know it's gonna ask me for the date and time. So let me do all this. So language, English, time zone, Miami, clock. Sorry, bro. 4:25. The second, 26. And today's date is June 23rd. I'm getting there, bro. I'm sorry. Clock is complete. All right, I think we're good. I'll switch it to video mode. Whoops. All right. I'm going to change the first setting to, let's see, where is it? It's a little different on this one, though, than that one. Give me a second. I'm going to find it. Okay. I don't know if I'm crazy, but I don't see the thermal management one, but I do see fan mode. And from what I understand, like on Reddit and stuff like that, Reddit and the Facebook groups, they were saying that Auto 2 should be the best one, I guess. But for the S1R II, when I did it, I set it to fast. But everyone's saying Auto 2 is like the way to go. So again, if I'm wrong, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do the test based off Auto 2. Then the last one was supposed to be the temperature thermal management where you set that to high. On the S1R II, we have thermal management is under monitor and display. So let me do that one here. Monitor and display. One, I don't see thermal management there. Maybe I'm crazy.
Hold on, your screen's so dark, so.
I know. I need to do the screen brightness. Yeah, I don't see thermal management in display. Should I check like Facebook or Reddit or something?
I don't know.
But I don't even see. Oh, sorry. I was in the wrong setting. There we go.
All right, got it.
High. Yes. And then monitor settings. Isn't there like a there's a backlight one, right? It's not the monitor. Monitor backlight. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So thermal management is set to high, and then we have the other one. Where was the other one now? Oh, down here. Was it here? Where is it? Fan mode, set to auto 2. I can grab a lens. I can grab a lens out of the garage.
Grab that
when we
lens
get
from
there.
the S9.
Yeah. Okay. I have 2 cards. I have a Lexar Diamond, which is supposed to be on the list. And then I have, well, no, Lexar Diamond is on the list for sure with no issues. The SanDisk, I have a Pro Cinema card. I'm going to look at the CF list now and see if there's a little star next to the Pro Cinema ones. So yeah, so Pro Cinema 320 and 640 are a yes, 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 which means there should be no overheating at all based off Lumix's testing or Panasonic's testing. The SanDisk Extreme Pro, like non-Pro Cinema, says yes, but there is a yes next to it with a little star that says camera will run fine, but the card will cause it to overheat. SanDisk is the only one, and some pro grade ones that have like stars next to it, which come with like extra notes. But in this case, I don't know. Should I run the SanDisk one or the Lexar? I think I should just go with the Lexar because it's safer. Yeah. Okay. All right. I haven't opened these. I've been waiting because just in case, I didn't want to like open it and then have to return one or whatever. But we'll pop the Lexar card in there, and what I also want to do is dual record. I want to dual record to an SD card. Man, how do you, oh, it's from the bottom. I'm like, bro, am I crazy? So let's throw the card in there. Do you have an SD in this one? I don't know.
You don't.
Let me see. No, I'll grab one in the garage. Okay, and then the lens. I'll grab a lens out of my bag so that the sensor's not showing or whatever. But, okay, yeah, I think we can go outside now and start the test. Yeah, let's just keep rolling, whatever. Welcome. All right. I have my bag. Where did I put my bag?
My lens.
Yeah,
My lenses.
okay, yeah. My bag's still in the car?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. We just came back from a shoot, so I still need to unload my car. I was thinking about unloading it while we were waiting to see if this overheated or not. But, all right. Lumix S-Line, 85 millimeter. I think I can just put the camera here. I don't even need to set it on a tripod, right? Like, that looks fine. Is it hot? It's hot. I feel like that's kind of cheating.
No. Don't do that.
Yeah, here, let me.
Let's.
I got you. I'm gonna
Put it there.
I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take your. Yeah, I'll put it in the sun. Exactly. So right now it's 89 degrees. I checked. Humidity is pretty high. We live in Miami, but I'll get more into why I'm doing this in the first place. Okay, I'm gonna steal an SD card from you.
Oh, fine. Where all of them are like used up.
That's fine. I'll take a 256 and then.
All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not used up.
Yeah, it's fine. I won't format it. All right. Which way does it go? This way. All right. Before we start rolling, let's do this. I want to do 4K 60. So I know there's like a huge menu here or something. It's not that bad. 10-bit 4K 60. Is that the one?
Yes.
Yeah. All
Make sure you
right.
do recording.
How do I get everything off auto? Oh, click. Dual record. Yes. Where's that at? Here. Slot function, recording method. Oh, recording method, backup recording, not relay. So now I'm dual recording to both at the same time. Let's take autofocus off. That's the wrong one. Shutter speed, bring it down. All right, so I'm gonna change up all those focusing settings and everything later. But for this case, let's just do this. Let's do this. Let me unlock my car. And I'll kind of just sit here. Hopefully it didn't stop recording. Did it stop recording?
No. It's still recording. Still recording.
Hi. All right. So let's put it here in the sun. My bad. Or I can put it here. I'll put it here. There we go. All right. So let's do some ISO settings here. Okay, 4K 60, we are up and rolling. And yeah, so let's get into it. What should I talk about first while we wait? I have a little list here. Let's see. So it was really disappointing for me when I got the S1R II and it overheated on me. I mean, the S1H was is such a good camera, and all my guys that I know, what's up?
Right now we're using it.
Yeah, right. We're using an S1H now because I know it won't overheat. The reliability is like on another level. The most reliable camera I've ever used is the S1H, and I still use it all the time. And the purpose of buying this camera is to have a replacement for the S1H as my A camera when I'm not shooting the commercial work on the Red. What's up?
I want to see the shot you got. So you got me over there. That's fun.
Yeah. I'll put it like in the corner so that this shows you, but I'm just not going to cut away from it, you know? I unboxed the S1R II, and it was such a disappointment for me when I just tried to test it, and I had a shoot coming up. It was like a podcast shoot, an indoor gun range, wanted to do a podcast shoot, and I did my indoor test, and it overheated, and I'm like, well, I can't trust the camera. You know, I carry two bodies with me in my bag, have an S1H and an S5, and there was no way that I could take that body with me, thinking it was gonna roll through the whole shoot without overheating. So if you really want to see that entire video, if you haven't, I'll put it in the description, and I kind of go over a lot of the reasons why I made that rant video and everything or whatever. But yeah, what can we get into? So I'm doing the test with 4K 60. And everyone always says, well, why you do long form 4K 60 and all this stuff? And no, you're crazy if you shoot outdoors. You're crazy if you shoot 4K 60. You're crazy if you hold the camera upside down or whatever people want to say you're crazy for. But the problem with all those comments is like everyone has a different use case for the camera, for the gear that they have. Like someone on Facebook was like, he said that his S1 II overheated. And 2 days ago, he was at a wedding and it was in the sun for 30 minutes. Yeah, it overheated. Okay, cool. And then someone else commented saying, oh, well, why can't you just put your camera in the shade or back in your bag? Well, you can't. Like if a wedding ceremony is outdoors and you're in the sun, what are you going to do? Just ask everybody to like stop the ceremony so you can cool off your camera in your bag? Like, no. And then that guy ended up saying, well, I live in clouded areas of Germany. Well, like, okay, yeah, that's exactly where you could film outdoors and not in the sun. I don't know. Everybody has different uses for their gear. I do want to point out that we're 3 minutes in and I do not have an overheat sign, which is already better than the S1R II. That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm actually like really nervous because if this thing actually does overheat, like I don't want to send it back, bro. Like, I know it's really tough. Whatever. Let's continue. So, yeah. So what do I shoot, which requires this? Weddings in particular, in Miami, I would say Jesse shoots a ton of weddings too. He has his own company, everything. We've been doing it for 20 years combined. I would say 80, 75, 80%, 3 out of 4 weddings are outdoors. Yeah. I mean, when it does get hot, sometimes they go indoors.
It's outdoors because we live in Miami.
Yeah, we live in South Florida, so it's going to be outdoors. People fly to Miami to do destination weddings because it's outdoors. You go down to the Keys a lot. Isla Morada, all those places, outdoors in the sun. I've done 2-hour Indian ceremonies with Jesse outdoors in the sun, where our Panasonic cameras were the only ones that didn't overheat. The photographers' Canons and Sonys overheated. I even made a whole post on the Lumix group saying how I'm so happy to have a Lumix because they don't overheat. And it's like the reliability is on another level. Like it's crazy. So that's one use. I mean, everyone was grabbing umbrellas for their cameras. Like even our third shooter, Chris, he ran and grabbed an umbrella because his camera was overheating. Luckily, we had 4 Panasonics, 4 Lumixes there, and he was running a Sony. Another comment I saw.
I want to say too, I'm sweating.
Yeah, we're both sweating right now. Like he's in my garage, which does have AC, but I mean the garage is open.
And my legs are
But yeah, we're both like dripping. He's saying his legs are like wet. I'm like, yeah, it's hot. 5 minutes. Ooh.
No way.
5 minutes and 45 seconds.
Overheat sign?
The little, not the sign, but the flashing. But bring it. Yeah. Oh, no. That's it. It's gone. It's gone. 5 minutes, 45 seconds. Done.
I'm done.
All right.
Bro. No way. I'm so upset. Look, here's the thing. Everybody in our industry that uses Lumix, and I love them. Like there's the best of the best use our cameras. They're gonna say use a V mount. They're gonna say use a extra memory card. Yeah. They're gonna say all these things, but we just want to use our camera. Why can't we just shoot?
I'll get into it. Here.
I'm done.
Don't stop recording though. Don't stop recording.
I'm not stopping.
Like it's funny because like I'm laughing, but like deep, honestly, like inside, I am so butthurt. Like half of me is like laughing because it's funny because we wanted to make this video thinking it was gonna be like an hour long and we were gonna be dying out here, but like, yeah, 5 minutes and 40 seconds. I mean, let me.
But now hear me out. If this is the case,
That's disappointing.
if this is the case, what camera is better? This one or the S1R II?
Okay.
If they're both overheating.
I can't even. I'm just gonna turn it off. That's so sad, bro. That's so sad. Straight to B&H tomorrow. That's crazy, bro. That is. Here, if you want to, let's put it back on the tripod and then we can have a discussion. I hope it doesn't cut though. Yeah.
That's so sad.
It's super sad. Oh, man. That sucks, bro. That sucks. All right. So I don't even know what I was talking about. But let's first, okay, now you sat in the whole trunk just dropped.
Sorry.
It's funny.
I'm upset. I'm upset too. I bought the S1. We all bought the S1R II. I stuck to the S1R II because I need it. You know, I already used it. Like I got too excited. But it really does suck that we cannot just have a camera to film long format in 4K 60. I'm still using the S1R.
But I want to get into that.
Okay.
Because you said, I was talking about like the comments of people leaving all this stuff and why are you filming long form 4K 60? I was getting into the weddings because a lot of times when the wedding ceremonies start, you're filming and you have to film in 60 so that you can cut parts of it out for Instagram or for a highlight film or for like these short form videos where they go on Instagram and they're cut vertical and all this stuff, and slow-mo is where it's at. And excuse me, we just had like lunch. I'm burping up a lot of this stuff. But when you want to be able to slow it down in post, but it's also a formality. So it has to be like, you have to roll the entire time. You can't just cut. You know, like, I mean, if you're cutting during your ceremonies and putting your camera in the shade and doing whatever, then that's great. But for me, for Jesse, for our buddy Danny, like we roll the whole entire ceremony. Now, yes, after everything starts and everything, you put the camera on the tripod, you cut, you switch to 4K 24. He's had his overheat warning, not camera shutdown warning, show up a couple times in 4K 24, which is fine. That's understandable. It's cool. My buddy Danny, his has overheated multiple times, but I believe Danny runs 3 bodies also, and you run 3 Lumix bodies.
I run 3. I run 3 batteries. This is what I will say. Let's say you bought the S1R II, you bought the S1 II, and you're like, oh man, do I keep this camera? Do I send it back? I will say this. I use the S1R II for eye candy. That's it. But if it's a long form thing, I'm using the S1H. Like, if I'm indoors, sure, I'll use the S1R II, but that's handheld on the side. But if it's a long form anything, I'm using the S1H because I know it's not going to overheat.
Yeah.
So it's upsetting. It sucks. And with Danny, you were mentioning, with 3 bodies. Yeah, I run 3 bodies in my bag all the time. Sorry, there's an airplane. I have 3 bodies. I have the S1H, the S5, and then the S1R II. I use the S1H and the S5 for ceremonies, and then I run around with the S1R II.
Yeah.
But and Danny does the same. But with Danny, there was even another problem with the OEM battery.
Yeah. Real quick, again, do with this info as you wish. I already posted it on Reddit in the Facebook group, but he was running an OEM battery in the sun, took the battery out, switched it to a third-party battery, and the camera ran fine. So that's another issue outside of like the CF card issue. He put the OEM battery in his S1R II, which had no signs of overheating, and he said almost instantly his camera overheated, and then it showed the overheat sign, switched batteries, and then it was fine. So OEM batteries might cause an overheating problem. Do with that info as you wish again. But yeah, other than weddings, I also do a lot of firearm stuff where I'm out on a gun range and filming long takes. And for that type of client, it's a lot of social media stuff and YouTube mixed together. So we'll run drills, run classes, and I'm filming all these things in long takes in 60, knowing I can slow it down for Instagram. But then it's also kind of what you would say a formality where you need the entire 2-3 minute drill to put on YouTube. So like if he's running a class and there's 10 people taking the class and each one has to go up to a shooting line, run, do a drill, sprint, come back, shoot at a target. Each person takes about a minute to do it. That's a 10-minute shot minimum. And of course, you're outside. I'm not in Germany in the clouds, and it's not 30 degrees outside. It's 90, like today. You'd also want to point out, we're shooting 4K 24, right?
We're shooting 4K 24 right now.
On the S1H, and it's in the sun.
It's in the sun.
Longer than 5 minutes, and it's not overheating. That goes back to my point of the S1H being super reliable, but everyone knows that. So
It's sad. There will be an S1H2 in the future that I predict. Because if they gave us these two cameras, there's something wrong. There has to be an S1H2.
Yeah, I mean, I'm leaving this for the end because if you're a content creator or an influencer, you have the choice to continue watching or not. But this is where I got a little controversial last time, and everyone got mad at me, and I had to cut it out because everyone was just mad at me and whatever, and I didn't feel like having all the drama. But this is 2 for 2. Brand new cameras, 2 for 2, and it overheats. And again, before you say anything about your use case and all this stuff, like, yes, we use our cameras, everyone uses their cameras differently, but this is how I want to use my camera. And if you're going to tell me that no one in Panasonic or Lumix took the camera outside in the hot sun for 5 minutes or 5 minutes and 45 seconds, then I just think there's something wrong or whatever. But yeah, I just feel like I'm tired of like the content creators or the influencers. And I'm not going to speak for Jesse. If he has his own opinion, I'll let him say that too. But these companies just send out these cameras, and the content creators and influencers just say it's the best camera in the world. Every single time. S1R II came out. All these people were saying it's the best camera in the world. Then, 3 weeks later, they get together again and then say, well, now that the S1R II is having overheating problems, we're so happy that the S1 II is coming out. So when in your testing and your reviews, it never overheated, and you don't mention that to people, if it didn't, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm not accusing you of lying, but bro, these people got to take their cameras outside for 6 minutes and film. Like, I don't understand what's going on. I understand if you're a cinematographer and you...
I will say this. It is hot in Miami. You know, it's really hot, but we are using a really old camera, and it hasn't cut yet.
Last week I was in Missouri, Lake of the Ozarks, filming boat racing. 101 degrees, barely any humidity. I'll give it that. But I'm outside, running around. I am completely sunburned. I forgot my hat. There was no possible way that the S1 II would have been able to perform. And yeah, I'm shooting 4K 60, 8 hours. It's not an 8-hour take, but the S1H that I shot with didn't see the shade for 8 hours. And how do you expect me to be able to buy a brand new camera, drop in $3,500 or $4,000 from a company that's proven to have top-notch reliability, and I can't even sit outside and record for 6 minutes? Like,
But hear me out.
yeah,
If I use the S1R II, and I'm very happy with the camera, right? I'm very happy with the image that I've been getting from it. But I just wish there was a disclaimer before I bought the camera saying that it overheats. If I would have got that, maybe I wouldn't have bought the camera and waited a little longer.
yeah.
But
But if there's someone or something to like blame or accuse, I know these are strong words.
Yeah.
Who would it be?
the
The company?
No, I don't think
Yeah.
anyone's to blame.
Okay.
I just think, like, I'm just thankful that we could post a video on YouTube and show that it got overheated very quick.
Yeah.
You know, and now hopefully before you spend your money, you can watch this video and see. Now, I also want to say too, let's say you already used your S1 II, your S1R II, and you're like, oh man, like I just wasted all my money. You didn't waste your money. You bought a camera that overheats, and now you got to rig it up.
Yeah.
But we don't want to rig it up.
Yeah, like, again, the fix. How do you... Okay. In a hypothetical world, I have an S1 II that doesn't overheat. Can shoot all day long, do everything I need. How do I get it to do that? I got to rig it up, buy a V-mount, buy a dummy battery, record SD card, not CFast, SD card to an SSD. They have the SSD handle now from Condor.
That's dope.
Yeah, you can run into an SSD, dual record that way. Why do I dual record? My buddy Danny, his dog literally ate his SD card and he lost the footage. True story. He actually called me out because I mentioned him in the other video, but it's true. I've had times where an SD card, some corrupt files, they're not corrupted on the backup. I need a dual record. But yes, okay, you can fix it. I understand that. You can get it to work where it doesn't overheat. But what we do sometimes is very run and gun. If I have the choice of holding a camera with a lens and a battery inside and running around 8 hours a day filming some boats, I'd rather do that than have a 10-pound weight with me for those 8 hours also. I don't know. Everyone uses it differently. Again, like what he was saying, if you bought it already, use it. Yeah, use it. But at least they have to set their expectations.
I think Patrick is waiting for the S1H2 like all of us.
Yeah.
I'm impatient, so that's why I spent the money. He's very patient, so he could wait because he likes the S1H.
Yeah, but I also bought the S1R II because I was impatient.
No, I understand.
And then I bought this one.
Just sucks.
Or this one. And yeah, it just sucks that it doesn't work, man. It's a beautiful camera. It's the same thing.
The same thing.
But it just sucks, bro.
But now, what's better, the S1R II or the S1 II?
I think we were talking about this in the drive.
Because of the rolling shutter? That's
Well,
the reason why?
Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, the S1R II, more of a hybrid camera, 48 megapixels, so it's better for photos. But since it's a faster, high megapixel thing, it has more rolling shutter or whatever. Yeah. This one is geared more towards video. It's lower megapixel sensor, less rolling shutter. But at the end of the day, the rolling shutter only happens when you're shooting 8K and all that stuff anyways. Like, all those people complaining about rolling shutter, it doesn't even matter, honestly.
Well, let's see what people say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Did I have anything else on my list?
Let's see what people say.
Yeah, it's just annoying, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I don't even whatever. Like, we can just cut it and it's time to upload this to YouTube and do some audio EQ. And yeah, thanks for watching. I mean, if you're on the same boat as me, then yeah, I just hope that Lumix, can just give us a roadmap or something where they can.
Or send the S1H2 right here. Just send it.
Lumix, if you need someone to test your cameras outside in the sun, I don't know. That's very sarcastic, but it's fine. I tried to keep it monotone today.
It's true. Look at that sun.
I know, it's Miami, baby.
16,000 shutter speed.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. You don't even need to subscribe. I'm just trying to give you guys some advice. Bye.